these are women's turn-ons and turn-offs when it comes to men.
Okay.
All right. So that's the direction you wanted to go, right? Okay. So turn on for women. Being What's up, everybody? It's your boys Zap and Jericho, and we are the now 6-time international award-winning pop hip-hop music duo Bandit Future. We do clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that's uniquely California. And right now you're tuned into the Life's a Circus podcast, where we talk about everything that's funny, interesting, and ridiculous. But wow, I'm okay. We're going to continue. I don't know what happened.
I'm glad you made it through.
Is this how you feel?
No, it's different.
Dang it. I was doing, because I was trying to like add some new stuff, and I was like, my brain didn't get the memo.
I understand.
What I was going to say, as always, before we can jump into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with someone who can do intros better than I can, but also anyone else who would like to watch as well. Don't want to exclude anybody.
Right.
But also share this video. It's a wide audience today with a man or a woman, or someone in between. I guess we can do that too.
Ooh, there's some in between. It does seem like that's how it's trending. So
it's so complicated. There's so many things now. I digress. This my topic was about overall dating, but kind of a different twist.
Okay.
And it's turn-ons and turn-offs for men and women. Because I think one of the biggest kind of conflicts in dating is like the men aren't what the women want, and the women aren't what the men want. And so it's kind of helpful to know what the other person wants. So that seems logical, right? But I feel like a lot of people don't do that. They're just like, this is me, this is what I do, and then there's no good people out here who accept me. And it's just like, well, it's like any kind of product or business or anything. Even us in music, it's like, okay, this is the music I like, but does everybody else like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, what is your goal? If you're making music for yourself, then that's cool. But if you want to make music for other people, you probably have to listen to what they want to hear in order to make the best music or most successful music.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, there's all these general turn on, turn off, like basic stuff, like don't be a liar, don't be a cheater, have some kind of job. So I skipped all the basic stuff, right? I think that's pretty common.
Yeah.
To move into some interesting like turn-ons and turn-offs, and you can like give me your opinion on like the interesting ones I found. So this is from yourlifechoices.com.
Okay.
Never heard of them, but this seemed cool. It seemed like their list was really interesting. So we'll start. Where do we want to start? Women or men?
Women.
Women.
All right.
So these are women's turn-ons and turn-offs when it comes to men.
Okay.
All right. So that's the direction you wanted to go, right? Okay. So turn on for women. Being a good kisser.
Yeah.
Have you heard that before? Or
Yeah, and it's 100% a good barometer of how things would go. If you have no compatibility on that level, it's a very surface level activity, and it's not going to get any better if you don't start good there. So yeah, good one. It's a very good one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I only see bad kissers in movies. Like, I don't even understand how you.
That's the thing. See, I don't understand how to be bad at certain things. Kissing being one of them, because it does seem like a pretty innate thing. But I have had experiences where it's like, whoa, what's going on? This is unfortunate. I'm not enjoying myself, and I don't know how to get out of this.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like it's like bad breath. It's like one of those things where you have it and no one tells you, and then you just don't hear from them.
Okay, but check it out. In the TV shows, girls would do stuff like this. They'd be like, It would be like a high school sitcom or something. Hey, my boyfriend doesn't kiss well. This is this girl talking to her friends. And then the friends would be like, oh, just go practice. And so she'd be like, guess what we're doing after school? We're going to practice kissing. And the guy was like, yeah, best day ever. So honestly, it is something that if you work on it, because it's basically like you got to be aware of what the other person likes also. I think that's part of it. And if you're not, then you just kind of just lips and pressure and no plan. And it doesn't work out too well.
Yeah. Step 1, lips and pressure. Step 2, step 3, profit. There you go.
And comes Susie with the baby carriage, you know how it goes.
All right. So these are like top 5 that I thought were interesting.
Okay.
Second one I have is having a good sense of humor and having a nice smile.
Yeah, that's important in the sense that if you want to have stuff to talk about, so the human part is important because it's like if we don't share the same sense of humor, that might be okay.
Yeah.
But if for some reason, like for some people like really dark humor, and for other people, that's really a turn off, right? So if it's not there in some form of compatibility, I think people will go, okay, this isn't really going to work. What are we going to talk about? I'm just going to be making jokes and you're going to be offended or whatever. And a good smile is like, I mean, you want to see a smile is in general, a person's best feature. In general.
Okay. Yeah, I totally agree. Humor, I will say this for humor. I obviously lean heavy into that, but there's a lot of times where I lean in it too much and where it's just like everything isn't funny. And I'm like, oops. Oh. Or like some days they're just not down for the joke.
Oh, so that's interesting. I think there's a difference between what you find funny and like your sense of humor in general. I think that's 2 different things. So this the way of approaching life is like making fun of any whatever situation. I think that's like what you find funny. I think yeah. So that could be if you are always like a jokester, maybe some people go, I don't know. But they have a good sense of humor. It's just that they don't treat life like that. I think there can be a divide there.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Okay. Number 3, doing housework. Interesting. It turns women on, man. Are you down to scrub some toilets and get down with the get down?
I do, but I don't think about it as I understand. I honestly understand the logic about it too, because in a way, it's like thinking about the person without them being around, which I know that's definitely any kind of like, hey, I got you this, I was thinking of you, anything like that. So I think cleaning is part of that too, because hey, I didn't have to do it because look, you did it already. Oh my God, you know. Sure, I just accept it. I don't, you know.
It's just accepted.
Yeah, sure.
But that's what the list is all about, because there'll be turn-ons for men that women just have to be like, oh, we don't really like.
Right. What that means is that I'll do it knowing that she likes it, even though I'm like, I don't really get why you care, but okay.
Yeah.
I will water the geraniums. We have
the geraniums.
Yeah, I'm sure we have geraniums. Whoever she is, we have geraniums.
Number 4, I thought was interesting. Playing with her hair. Women like guys to play with their hair. Have you noticed that?
I do like a woman with some hair. I'm a hair fan. However, that I feel like that can go either way, because like there's teasing the hair can be kind of cool. Maybe it is a sense of intimacy, but also I've had it where not all people have the same degree of hair. Some hairs are like, and I'm not talking about like just some hairs are more complicated, and so the fingers get tangled and it becomes awkward.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I guess if it's done the right way, it can be pretty cool.
Your fingers just stuck in her hair.
Yeah, that just happened. Don't wear rings. Don't wear rings if you're gonna do that.
Okay. And then number 5 is actively listening.
Oh, you can fake that. That's not a good one.
But the key word is actively.
Well, no, but you can still fake it. You can fake it like a book report. Just get the beginning and the end right. I'm telling you because I don't want women to be duped. But he's such an active listener. He remembered everything I said. Like he didn't. He listened to like the highlights of what you said and then zoned out the rest of the time. I'm just being honest. So
you remember that Chris Rock joke?
I kind of remember.
Well, he's like, she starts talking, and he's like, guys, all you got to do is just respond. And be like, yep, what, yep, and he's like, every now and then you got to be like, I told you she was crazy.
Oh, I do remember that.
And then you just let her keep going.
I do remember that. And that's tough. That can be tough for guys because some women talk a lot about everything. Yes. And they're more detailed, so you can't remember all the details. But if you're just looking at them, and you ever do it works in the movies. I've always wanted to try it. Just like they're talking, and you just go shh and touch the lips. Just like I just wanted to try it one time. It might go real bad, but I just want to see what happens. Just let me look at you. Don't talk.
That was funny. I want to try that too.
Please let me know how. I feel like it won't go well, but just let me know.
I'd be like, welcome to the License Targets podcast where we talk about everything.
Oh, bruh. You're looking down bad, man. I told you she was crazy.
All right. So this is going long. She might just do women and then do men on the next episode. Okay. But before we go, the top turn-offs for women.
Ooh, okay.
So we got the turn-ons: being a good kisser, having a good sense of humor, nice smile, doing housework, playing with her hair, actively listening. But this is what turns women off, man. So take notes. This was very interesting to me.
Okay.
Poor taste in footwear. Your shoes. You ever heard of that?
Yeah. I can see it. In fact, the last date I went on, I did wear nicer shoes, and she pointed it out, and I was like, yeah, she's paying attention.
Okay. So second one, pretty common, being too cocky.
That's a fine line. Because you want to show confidence. You don't want to just be like, whatever you say. Like, you don't want to be like that.
Because that was a like a turn on. It was confidence and not being a pushover, but then a turn off was being too cocky. So yeah,
I'd rather err on the side of too cocky than not cocky enough. Honestly, but yeah, it's hard to say.
All right, number 3 is bad driving. I haven't heard of that one either.
I'm just going to just say it. So they're probably not as good of a driver as the guy is, because, and this is honestly why I justify it. I think driving well everyone stresses defensive driving as, like a strategy when you take your test, but you really got to be a little more aggressive, especially if you live in a place like LA. You have to be a bit of a more aggressive driver. So if you aren't aggressive, you are a bad driver. That is, think about it. Think about I'm not going to name anything else, but just imagine a random person just sitting in an intersection, just like wondering if they can go or not. It's like, go. That's the thing. So if you don't have that, go. You're a bad driver. And women tend to be that more than men do.
Yeah.
So they want to see someone that can get them there so they don't have to drive, basically.
Yeah.
My sister does not like to drive. She doesn't. So if she can find a guy that likes to, then she's cool. You drive all the time.
Okay. Next, last two are interesting.
Okay.
Number 4, being uncircumcised or not manscaping down in the nether regions.
I understand. We don't have to get into it.
Yeah, you don't have to. I'm just throwing it out there. If you want to comment, you can. If not,
no, I do not want to comment.
It's good. This is just a public service announcement to all the fellas. Just get your life together downstairs. That's all I'm saying.
I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna say it. Next, number 5, bro. Let's go. Number 5.
Number 5 is kind of in the same vein. Was just being too aggressive sexually. So again, that's another fine line, because it's like they want the man to be confident and kind of, you know, I've had girls say like, why didn't you put your arm around me at the movies? And it's just like, I mean, I don't know what your scale is as far as what's aggressive, what's too aggressive. Like,
Right.
even from that small thing up, you know, further down the line, it's just like it's hard. It's hard. That's a kind of a dance you do. It's not always cut and dry.
It's tough, and you know, it's a weird basketball analogy, but I've always like, if I'm shooting a ball, I'd much rather miss by shooting too hard than not hard enough. That's just weird, but I've always like I just back rimmed it. That's better than just
Oh yeah, the air ball. Yeah.
yeah, right. So I've had a few women that were like, yeah, you're a little too. And I'm like, for me, I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. Because one time I did try to counteract that by going the opposite way, and like she didn't feel me at all because there's no effort, no presence there. So I'd rather be err on the side of aggressive. But I get that because aggressive, the line between aggressive and abusive is also very, very fine. So
look, ladies, we are walking some really fine lines out here. All right, you got to cut us some slack. Cut us some slack, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Like, oh, he's pushy. Okay. No, it's like make up your mind. Make up your mind.
Yeah. So I think we'll stop there. We just did the women today. We'll do the men on the next episode. But let us know what you think. Do you agree with this list? Is there something that I left out that is top on your list? Leave something in the comments. Let us know what you think. Until next time, I know one thing that women do like, Jericho. And that's a man with a job. Keep your job. Don't let them take your job. You gotta have a job so you can pay for dates and all this stuff that they want. Oh.
It's expensive.
They took our jobs. They took our jobs.